Hello there friends, Dr. Zhu here, and my warm welcome for all of you being here watching this video, because this is an answer for a question somebody asked in the group of I Believe in True Love. So I am welcoming you in my home, in our garden. I wanted to make this video into a very personal, since it's a very personal question. It was asked. So the question was, meaning breaking down walls. Okay, so we've been discussing, how to let people, into your life. Who would you say yes on the spot if they ask you to marry? Okay, or who would you ask to marry you? So that was the little question we were going back and forth. So I thought, why don't I put this question out, and then I got the question back, because a lot of people say it has to happen the end of the world if you would say for marriage, if you say yes for a marriage ever again. So we know is a lot of fears. We put up a lot of walls via all our previous relationships and experiences. So did I. So my answer is here of how did I break my walls down through all those many years of disappointments in my relationships. So in the meantime, you see, I have my little puppies around me. They are all helping me to create this video for you. So if you hear them barking, they are just saying hello for you. So it's, it's another relationship. They are just want to have a little attention as well. Now, how do we relate to that, and how do we manage that? So let me go back to the original idea here for this video. So, and I made my notes, so make sure that I say all what I wanted to say for you. So how did I break my walls down? First of all is I had to realize that I have walls and the walls are actually hurting me, and I am alone, and I am lonely because of all my walls which I put up as protections. So number one was to realize I have walls, and they are painful, and they are suffering, and they are causing suffering for me. And I didn't want to have this suffering. So the number one realization was here for the walls. And then I had to realize that all these walls came up because as a result of my childhood conditionings. And this conditioning is not me, and this can be changed. And it can be changed via meditation. And then I started Vipassana meditation, and that was in 2011, January. Yes. So, just as my dog needs an attention, every relationship needs an attention. So, she wants me to throw the ball, okay? So, it's just like a relationship. So, I wanted to show you that in action, that's how it seems. We need to compromise a little, but we have to be ready for that, okay? And if you don't give things for yourself via breaking down first the walls, meaning breaking down the conditioning, transforming them into love, you can't do that. So how is that going? So first of all is when I realized I have walls and it's causing my suffering, then the next thing it was that I must change, because I don't want those. I don't want those because if I keep them, I will live my life alone, okay? So I also have to realize that to do that work, I have to be alone, and I have to take the risk to go against my deepest fears is being alone, because the work on yourself will be going and it will be taking time, and you need to be alone for that. So that means you can't have much of a relationship during that time, for a few months, a year and a half, something like that. So then meditation, practice daily. That is the breath observation with the Vipassana meditation, objective observation. You have to keep retraining and practicing what's happening inside you, not to react to those. Okay, so then the next step was I had to bring this into change with the people, how I react to them. Okay, so I had to come out of my cocoon, and I had to start meeting people just during my running, during my in the store, when I go shopping for groceries, I had to start to change my relations, how I talk to them, how I smile at them. So it was a huge thing that your meditation practice has to come into life practice. So basically what I had to do is I had to change my characters, which were defined in me by the conditioning which I put up in myself through my childhood conditioning. So what did I have to learn for that? What are the characters I had to learn? I had to learn acceptance, gratitude. I put impermanence. I had to put impermanence and selflessness into practice. And then this was tested time by time, circumstance by circumstance, and the circumstances were harder and harder, deeper and deeper. That meant I had to be practicing acceptance on a higher level, gratitude on a higher level in more serious circumstances. And that meant, helping my partner with his anger issues. I'm coming from great anger issues. So I know that people who will come into my life will have the same, so I can help them. So first of all is I used to take it personally that I did something. Then I realized, that I got a stomach cramp. So I physically took it in personally when the other person was angry and they were, blaming me and etc. And then what happens is, as I kept practicing acceptance and saying that, okay, what's happening right now is basically not me, and it's the other person's stuff, and I just have to stay here, not to take it up, and just have to breathe it through. Okay, so, and I had to constantly apply acceptance and gratitude, saying thank you for each and every breath while the other person is going off the roof. Now that's the thing, and that is only coming through meditation that you can put this into practice. So as a result of that, less and less stomach cramps were happening. I was able to step back more and just accept what's happening and just stay neutral and watch everything by equanimity, and more say that it will pass, impermanence, right? So it is the other person has some issues and it's nothing about me, and I just have to greatly show love and acceptance. Way just let the other person blow his head off, and then I must stay with love and sending compassion and acceptance, gratitude to the other person, because these energies were was going to touch the other person and were touching the other person. So it helped me. The sooner I could send love to the other person. So if this didn't happen, basically, that I would never realize that it's not about me, and it's the other person, is some conditioning just opened up, just awakened, and it's not about me, and I can help greatly them and me by staying calm, staying at distance, staying with a smile or with a neutral face, and just breathe and not to say anything. And these were my wall-breaking tactics. These were the process. This is how it went. And in the process, I discovered a lot more depth of love in myself towards me, because I realized if I reflect back their pain, I'm going to hurt myself. So I don't want to do that. I respect myself so much more on a deeper level, and my life that I would never reflect the other person's stuff back. So I hope I could answer your question on many levels, because expectation, my puppy is barking now because she wants her ball. But see, if you don't give the other person attention, what will happen? They will keep barking more and more, and right now I don't want that, so I am going to satisfy her. But remember one thing: if you're going into a relationship with expectations, you will be making a lot of suffering for yourself, with a lot of disappointments. So you have to put yourself together in a way that you are not looking outside for happiness, but you are looking inside for happiness, and you are happy that you are able to stay there equanimously for the other person and just reflect love and love and love, because they have never seen this before. And if this satisfies you, okay, and you can do that, you will have an amazing relationship with your own self first, regardless of what's happening on the world and regardless of what is your partner doing. And your walls will be broken down. The walls with you, which are actually blocking yourself, your love, your self-love from your own self. So remember that walls are always taking the love away from you. So now, to show love to my little puppy, here you go. You see, this is how it works. We have to do a little sacrifice each and every day for the other person, but you do this selflessly, that you are giving for yourself by doing something for the other person. You will have a great life always, and always a happy life. So thank you so much. This was Dr. Zhu. You like to have this conversation in person, in private, we can continue that. I'm happy to be here for you. I'm ready for taking this session on, and also if you are interested for the live sessions, how to make all these transformations in you personally, for you, for your life. I'm happy to guide you through that. Thank you so much. This was Dr. Zhu. Lots of love for you. Bye bye.